welcome to your first scripting tutorial with me, Wolfgang von Prinz. Let's get down to it. On this episode, I am going to just going to give you an overview about the series. I've already planned it out, and I want to move you on. I want to progress you quicker than you do in most tutorials, such as peace pods. In about 5 tutorials, you'll be able to code, a working abbey, moving parts, etc. However, in this tutorial I'm just going to teach you the absolute basics about part properties and how to insert a part into Studio. Anyway, if you don't have your Studio looking like this, it's fine. You can have, Explorer, output and properties. They don't have to be in the fixed positions, which I have them in. I just find these to be the most convenient. I actually like it like this, so I can just switch between it here. If you don't have any of these, so you don't have output, say, just click view here, click output. I'm going to go full screen for this tutorial. I'm just going to check it. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's get down to it. So first off, I want you to insert a script into Workspace. To do that, you right click, insert object, you find script, I think it's down here. Insert it, okay. So in fact, no, we're not going to do this just yet. So we've got a script. I prefer it if you did it with me. So yeah, just spawn in a part, go home part or model part. I think that's the only 2 ways you can do it. Just click part, and here we get the standard dark grey default studded brick. So yeah, I might make a building tutorial. I'll do a basics of Studio tutorial, and I'll upload that before this. So I recommend you watch that if you don't understand the basics of Roblox building. Anyway, just make it smooth so we can see what we're going to do with it better. Anyway, let me just run you through the properties. This is the brick colour. Obviously, just changes the colour. This is what material it's made out of, so it can be pebble, metal. You can see it's scratched. But for the purpose of this tutorial, we're just going to use plastic. Reflectance, obvious, just makes it different reflectancy. Transparency, once again obvious, makes it slightly transparent. It's hard to see its reflectancy when it's transparent though. The name is obvious. I'm not going to teach you about rotation, velocity and velocity. Position, once again obvious. If you just type it in, okay, so that'll move it to 1, 1, 1. It's like graphs, there's X, Y, and Z axes. You can open that up, you can see. Where's X go? Right. Just going to show you. It's like graph, you've got along the corridor, up the stairs. But because we're in a 3D engine, we don't just have along the corridor and up the stairs. We have into your bedroom. There we go, that takes you into your bedroom. Or in the closet even. No, I won't use that. So yeah, that's position. Rotation similar. The rotation on the x-axis will rotate it that way. So if I just go 5, oh no, I'm wrong. What? I mean, the z-axis might take it that way. Yeah. So if I go minus 50, 20, 23, 23. There we go. And that's just a brick at a skew. There we go, it's nice. Nice skewed brick. Okay, these are more interesting ones. You don't need to know about locked or anchored. Form factor, I'll teach you about that later. Just close these up. Anchored, so at the moment, at default, a brick when spawned in, will just fall down flat. But if you go to the properties and click anchored here or up here, if one of those works, it'll just stay there. And this is what most games do to keep their parts in place. There we go, we've got a nice little brick. Symmetric, symmetric is a bit rubbish, to be honest with you. If I just get the brick. The smallest size I can have it if I go symmetrical is that. 1 by 1 by 1. Yeah, 1 by 1. 1 by 1 by 1. So if I just change it to custom, it can be 0.2, 0.2, 0.2. If you want to go even smaller than that, this isn't really scripting at the moment, but I will do some scripting in this. You insert a block mesh, you open up the block mesh, you scale 0.2, 0.2. This makes it really tiny. Here we go, it's there, that's that brick. So yeah, that's interesting. I'm just going to pause there. Alright, I'm back. So anyway, I'm now going to teach you the most important scripting concept we will ever do. You know, if you want to code anything, like absolutely anything, you will need to know this. And it doesn't actually involve any code, which is sort of good. It's about children, basically. So I'm going to pause it, actually, again, whilst they set it up. Right. So, I'm going to teach you about children and parents. So firstly, I'd like you to imagine workspace is a person. And when I click this, I'm going to show you all the children of workspace. So train is a child, value is a child, camera is a child, base plate is a child, and part is a child. Just like in real life. However, this is not unique to workspace. So part, if I open up this, it will show me all the children of part. We've got mesh is a child of part, script is a child of part, and value is also a child of part. Mesh is not a child or a grandchild or anything like that. Mesh is a descendant of workspace. We'll learn about those later on. Script value here is a child of script. Value here is a child of part, and value here is a child of value. I'm just going to delete that. So yeah. So script's parent is part, mesh's parent is part, and value's parent is part, and part's parent is workspace. If I just move this to lighting, same thing applies. Base plate's parent is lighting, part's parent is lighting, etc. So yeah, I think I've covered that pretty well. So I'm going to, I want you, okay, now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm now going to show you how to reference string value here. No, I'm going to show you how to reference part in this script. But I'm going to need some imagination. Right. Open up your script. Here we go, here's the basic script phase. You can type things into it. I am actually just going to pause there so I can teach you some basics about scripting, which you might actually be about a script and how they look, which will probably actually be very useful to you. In fact, no, never mind that, I'll do it as I go along, which is fine. Anyway, so to reference part, we go through its entire family tree. And for this, you may think you'd start off at workspace. But you're wrong. Imagine that Explorer up here is actually game. And all of these are game's children. So it's game of small g. So it's game. So it's game dot workspace. So you go game dot workspace. Then you get the child out of workspace you want. So dot part. And that is this part here. Please bear in mind that if you have two parts, so like this, and they've both got the same name, this will error. This won't work. So you have to give them specific names. Part 1. That should work. And then you reference the property, all of these properties that you want to change. I'm just cleaning my glasses. So let's say you want to change pants transparency. You just write dot transparency. I'm going to write that in, just clean my glasses. Dot transparency. And then you change it to what you want it to be using equals, and then just go 1. There we go. And it's transparent, you can't see it. It's there though. There we go. If you want to change a value which doesn't have numerical value, such as, let's change anchored. In this case, if we hover over here, what does it say? If it's a tick or if it's a checked or an unchecked box, it means it's a true or false value. So if we write false, let's see, it goes false because it's what we call the bool value, boolean. If you read any of the wiki, you should know, but I wouldn't recommend reading the wiki. It's a bit rubbish. And so this one means it just flops to the floor, which it did, rather unconvincingly. I flopped to the floor a bit more convincingly. There we go. That's what we wanted. Okay. So that is basic referencing of parts. And you can go beyond that. You can change the value. Dot part 1 dot value. See, this is a string value. I haven't taught you about strings. I'm going to teach you about strings. How long have I got left? I want to keep these tutorials less than I want to keep these. I've been going for 12 minutes, so I can probably teach you about print. So I am going to teach you about print. No, I'm not. I actually think I'm going to teach you about slightly more advanced values. Right. So to change brick color, I'm just going to... No, okay. Change brick color, we go game dot workspace dot part 1, because we're using part 1 dot brick color. Now you think you just write equals really blue. Okay. That errors. See, that's an error. You probably don't know what that means. But that is an error. So what you write instead is brick color dot new, and you write it here, really blue. That's because this is a string value. You don't know what that is. You'll find out next tutorial. But I'm just going to tell you how to change this now, and that changes it to really blue. Here we go. It's nice and blue. It is the same thing if you want to change its position. You can't just go 2, 2, 2. That'll error. Bad argument. Vector free expected got number. So what you write equals vector free dot new 2. Then you don't have the commas like I had last time. You just write those in. Let's just go for that. I'm not sure. Maybe I went too fast. Game. So I am going to quickly play some ABBA, Dancing Queen, and I want you to write the code in command bar. You can do it in command bar. Command bar is literally like game dot workspace dot part dot color equals brick color dot new bright red. So I want you to change it to sand green using command bar. Right, so let's play some ABBA. I'll give you to pause the video whilst I'm playing ABBA. There we go. Alright, that's probably copyrighted, but I'll plead with them. Alright, there we go. So that was ABBA. Now, this was sand green colour. So, if you wrote it out all correct, you should have done sand green. Just write that in. There we go. That's the solution. Hopefully you got that. If you didn't, keep trying. Now I'm not going to have this, so you can't copy it. Do it to bright red. Dance, you can dance, having the life, you will see your watch that sea, dig it, dancing Friday night and the lights are low. Right. Yeah, great singing. So you should have changed part. So what you needed was workspace. I told you to change it to bright red, didn't I? Dot part dot color brick color equals brick color dot new bright red. There we go, and it's bright red. You didn't expect that one, did you? So that works beautifully. Now I want you to do the same for vector 3. Change to part. Change its location to 3, 4, 3. I'll leave that here. 3, 4, 3. And you spell vector like that. Alright, let's go. More ABBA. Looking out for a place to go. Where to play the right music. Getting in the swing. You come to look for a anybody could be that guy. Night is young and the music's high. Right. Let's hope you got that. So it's workspace. If you don't get these, just say a game dot workspace dot part dot position equals vector 3 dot new. I think it was 4, 3, 2. I don't know. That's what you should have. It doesn't really matter what you put here as long as it just changes its position. There we go. So we changed the position of the part. I think that's going to be it for this tutorial. See you next time. Next time we'll cover basic maths, variables, and printing and commenting. That sounds like a lot, but it's really easy. It's yeah. Okay. We'll see you next.